Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. So the past few days have obviously been very insane when it comes to NBA free agency, but things are kind of cooling off now because most of the big names are pretty much gone. I assume probably on Friday we might see another like splash of deals going on. Obviously because that's when actual free agency starts. Right now we're technically in the moratorium period. But with that being said, with all that craziness going on, we've kind of forgotten about some of the dudes that are maybe looking to be traded at some point. Have that be Damian Lillard, who I think probably stays, Bradley Beal, who I think probably stays, and Ben Simmons, who is no doubt in my mind going to be traded before the NBA season, guys. So the Warriors and 76ers have re-engaged on a Ben Simmons deal per Brandon Robinson. Philly is extremely motivated to get a deal done. So before we get going on today's video, if you guys don't mind leaving that like, 1,000 likes is always the goal, but people said, yo, Crispy, challenge us, man. So we'll do 2,000 likes for this video, man, and obviously subscribe if you're new to the channel because, well, we're getting close to 300,000 subscribers each and every day, and I post daily, and yeah, I love having you part of my NBA basketball community over here on YouTube, guys. Okay, so when it comes to Ben Simmons, I mean, I guess what I've been reading is that he has completely cut off literally every single person on the 76ers organization. This man literally saw that Andre Drummond was signed. He's like, yo, I don't want to speak to you guys anymore. Now, I assume there's probably some drama, you know, prior to that. But apparently all information from Ben Simmons right now is going through his agent. And at that point, man, it just seems like the relationship is tarnished and there's simply not going to be any way to really fix it. So that's where things get a little bit crazy because the asking price of the 76ers right now for Ben Simmons is ridiculously high. And I am in agreement that Ben Simmons is a great basketball player. I'm not a huge Ben Simmons hater like a lot of people are out there. I understand the offensive woes, but I also understand that outside the three-point shot, like he still knows how to get to the basket, get his teammates involved. One of the quickest guys in the NBA with the ball in his hands, and one of the best defensive players in the NBA. So, and he's only like 24. So, I mean, I do get that. I do not think that his value is that of like an Anthony Davis or Damian Lillard. I really don't. I wouldn't just give him away for nothing, but all of the reports I've been reading about is that the Philadelphia 76ers are looking for like 4 first-round draft picks and like young assets. And I'm sorry, but a team that trades for Ben Simmons, they're not going to give up all that because at that point you are just going to simply scrap away your entire like assets. And then you're just going to have Ben Simmons. And that's not enough to win a championship. So if your goal is to win a championship, you know, Ben Simmons has to be an included piece to the puzzle. He cannot be the main pieces out there. You know what I'm saying, man? So as far as the Golden State Warriors, I still love the fit. I think it makes complete sense. You know, Ben Simmons playing with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. Like, if you want to mask the three-point shooting woes, who's better to do that than 2 of the greatest, if not the 2 greatest shooters of all time? So we're going to go ahead and hop over here to Fanspo and just kind of see, like, what type of trades we can draw up over here, man. So let me do some of that quick, sexy editing, man. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, yeah, it's looking good. Oh, baby, look at that. Yeah, I use Photoshop for all this stuff, man. And let me move that over a little bit more, too. Shrink myself down so I'm not completely in your guys' way. Okay, man, so let's first pull up, I'm going to say the Golden State Warriors. We're going to pull up the Golden State Warriors. No. Philadelphia 76ers. So their updated roster as right now, I do think that Fanspo has like all like the draft picks and everything completely updated. So yeah, with the 76ers right now, man, they did recently sign Andre Drummond. They have this Jaden Springer. I actually really like this dude a lot, man. Jaden Springer, I think, is going to be an absolute beast. It's not really showing much about him because obviously he hasn't played an NBA game yet. But regardless, I know he was an absolute beast in college, and he is somebody, I look at his game, and I actually kind of saw, like, just flashes of a young Derrick Rose. Just saying, man. So I do think in my mind that at some point Jaden Springer, maybe not this season, but maybe next season, will be the starting point guard of the 76ers. I got that much confidence in this kid. He's going to be fantastic. Obviously, Dwight Howard's no longer on the team, but yeah, by trading away Ben Simmons, it is going to leave this team a little short at the point guard spot because Kyle Lowry obviously went to the Miami Heat, so you want to get some sort of point guard back, unless you think that Tyrese Maxey and Jaden Springer can get it done for you next season, but, you know, you want to keep Joel Embiid happy also, man. So let's pull up the Golden State Warriors also while we're at it. So the Golden State Warriors, I think have had a fantastic offseason. I don't think they absolutely need to like do this move by any stretch of the imagination because I kind of look the team as constructed right now. I mean, you got Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Wiggins, Draymond Green, and probably James Wiseman as your starting 5. Kelly Oubre, I don't think is going to be back with the team. I don't know if there's a way to like delete players. I don't think so, but it's not that big a deal. I think Kelly Oubre is probably gone. You can obviously still use him in sign trades out there. But even that, like, the player has to agree to the sign and trade because, I don't know, I feel like we toss sign and trade around a lot in the basketball community because, like, the guy also has to want to go there. It has to be a contract that he agrees with. You can't just say, yeah, just toss in Kelly Oubre. It's like, well, he's no longer part of the team. He would have to agree to a contract. So, and not to say that the 76ers wouldn't actually be a decent fit for Kelly Oubre. I do think that could actually work out a lot. But yeah, as far as young assets, I mean, they got Jonathan Kuminga, they got Moses Moody, both guys they just drafted. So if the Warriors want to go all into, you know, we want to win a championship now, we know we got Steph Curry and Clay, then you do that. My biggest issue is that I really think it would need to be a 3-team trade. Because I don't know about you guys, but me personally, the idea of Ben Simmons playing with Draymond Green makes me want to throw up in my mouth just a little bit, man. So I think it would have to be some sort of 3-team trade to get this done. And if the Warriors decide to do that. Now, I think it would be kind of a not great move to do that to Draymond, who's been so loyal to this franchise. But at the same time, you know, it's a business. You got to do what's best for your team. So we are actually going to toss on a third team to trade to Draymond Green, too. Because I don't think Draymond really fits in on the 76ers. I guess he could work next to Joel Embiid, obviously, because Joel's a really good, you know, perimeter player, too. But I don't know, man. It just seems like not the greatest fit. I feel like they want some more back besides Draymond and save the cap space too. So I'm going to toss in a third team, and that being the Portland Trail Blazers, who we all know Draymond and Damian Lillard are great friends. So maybe there's a 3-team trade to be had right here to get this done. I don't even have anything planned out, so we're just going to kind of hop into this, man, and see if we can figure things out. So, okay, obviously Ben Simmons gets traded to the Warriors. We would have Draymond Green over to the Trailblazers. I'm going to go ahead and say with the signing of Norman Powell, then maybe like the big get for the 76ers in this would be CJ McCollum. I mean, he just makes that team instantly better, and he can even play point guard too if you really need him to. So he go to the 76ers. I'm going to say also Andrew Wiggins goes to the 76ers, right? Yep, that makes sense. Let's go ahead and toss in, because the Blazers need something else too, man. Like, simply getting Draymond in exchange for CJ is not really enough. So, I'm going to toss in Jonathan Kuminga, man. If they're going with Ben Simmons is going to be their starting 4. And that's just going to kill the development of Kuminga. So, Kuminga will be the big get for the Portland Trail Blazers. He was a top pick or whatever, so I like that. And let's toss some picks around too. So I do think the Warriors would be sending a pick over to the, let's go into the 76ers. They get, no, I'm sorry. Did I do that right? Yeah, the 76ers, they get a pick. We'll do 2 first-round picks. Not 4 of them, not 4. And then let's go ahead and say 2 second-round picks goes over to the Trailblazers. 2 second-round picks. Because they're getting Jonathan Kuminga out of it. They get Draymond Green. Man, I feel like maybe... Oh, they also... And like I said, they already got Norman Powell, so I feel like we're good with that. So yeah, to the Trailblazers. Outgoing $30 million, incoming $29 million. Outgoing 61, incoming 33. Outgoing 33, incoming 66. So, ooh, I didn't think about that, man. Okay. Okay, does Tobias go to the Trailblazers to make this work even more? Okay, I think that probably has to happen. I know they're talking about trading Tobias away. So let's send Tobias over to the Trailblazers also. And then I'm going to say Kuminga goes to the 76ers. And the reason I'm doing that is because Damian needs help right now. They don't want to wait in Kuminga. 76ers still getting picks. Andrew Wiggins, CJ McCollum, they get a really young player in Jonathan Kuminga. And we got Ben Simmons going over here. And all we have the Warriors losing out on is some picks, Draymond, Kuminga. That seems like a good three-team trade. Now, obviously, you can argue the logistics, guys. I'm kind of thinking about this off the top of my head. But I think overall, that's pretty damn good. The incoming, outgoing makes sense. The outgoing, incoming, right there, $33 million. I don't know if that's going to work or not. We'll see if the Warriors... I don't know if there's really any, like, salary that the Warriors can take on. Maybe, like, a veteran player or something like that to kind of make things work better. Let's go ahead and toss in... Because they're getting Tobias and Draymond. Let's go. Let's toss Robert Covington over to the Warriors too. There we go. That helps with the incoming quite a bit. Okay. let's see if this trade works. We're going to try this trade. Try trade. Failure. And it's failed, man. So Jonathan Kuminga. Okay, let's see the reasonings behind it. Kuminga cannot be traded because 30 days have not yet passed. Okay, that doesn't matter. We'll just say that gets done eventually. Steffi, consecutive draft picks. Okay, we'll just assume it's different draft picks. Financials for the Trailblazers. Trailblazers are unable to complete this trade since they are now tax-paying team. After this trade, they are only able to take back 125% of the salary they're sending out plus 100,000. Trailblazers can only take back $15 million in the salary. So we have to cut $5.1 million from the Trailblazers' incoming trade value to make this trade successful. Okay, so cut $5 million away. We can do that. We can do that. Let's go ahead and close out of that. So $5 million. Let's go ahead and toss. Okay, Enes Kanter's not even on the team. He's going to the Celtics. So I guess in theory we can just put his contract down to 0, right? Because he's not even like on the team. Okay, so that's kind of annoying. Standard contract. Oh, man, can I just like send him to the Celtics because that's the team he's going to? Let me add on a 4th team here. Let's go to the Boston Celtics. Enes Kanter literally signed with them. So, yeah, that should be completely fine to do in this case. And like I said, even some of these other guys on here too are probably signed elsewhere. So let's see if that works now. I think that shed enough. Try trade. And, okay, so $3 million we have to cut out now. This is really just nitpicking at this point. And Normal did all his guys' contract right there. So, Caleb Swanigan to the Celtics. To the Celtics. There we go. That's got to be it. Did we do it? There we go. Okay, that works. That works. The only exception is Jonathan Kuminga, but that's 30 days away. That could happen before the NBA season. And the picks, like I said, we would just switch out what the years would be. It can't be consecutive. That's fine. So, I'm going to say this is an absolute 100% trade that could happen, man. Be a sign trade at the Celtics, 4-team trade. So 76ers for Ben Simmons getting CJ Wiggins, Kuminga, and 2 first-round picks. Tobias Harris, they lose him, but they want to trade him away anyway. And yeah, I like that. Warriors, Ben Simmons, Robert Covington, both instantly help the team. And then we have the Trailblazers getting Tobias Harris, Draymond Green. Tobias play the 3, Draymond at the 4. Some second-round picks, maybe you can argue those, and the Celtics kind of being the 4th filler team right here because Enes Kanter's not even part of the team anymore. I like it, man. I feel like that's a pretty solid trade, but like I said, you could also add on some things to it if needed. Surprisingly, it says the Trailblazers going down 4. I just think Tobias would be a near all-star player next to Damian Lillard, plus obviously the improvement to Norman Powell getting to be the starting 2 for the team. Warriors +1 in the department. I think they'd be a better team because of it. 76ers -2, and that's losing, well, Kuminga would have to develop and stuff like that, man. But overall, I like it. You might have to argue maybe the 76ers going for a point guard. I can see them maybe going for like an Eric Bledsoe or somebody like that. I don't really know at this point, man. But yeah, you guys give me your thoughts about this in the comment section below. What exactly would your trade be looking like? And if you guys are liking these trade videos, leave a like on this video, man, because they're really fun to make and everything. It's just sometimes it gets really confusing with the salary, but this website, this Fanspo, does a great job kind of like breaking down what you have to do to make it work. So yeah, guys, be sure to drop that like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and peace out, my friends.